All aboard now for the latest delivery of doubt as to whether the HS2 high-speed rail network will ever be completed as initially promised. The Prime Minister and the Chancellor had to make assurances this morning after newspaper reports said that cost-cutting measures would put the terminus in the West London suburbs. The plan was for trains to be running from Euston to the northwest of England sometime in the next decade, but costs are spiralling and it's not clear where the money's going to come from. Our political correspondent Carl Dinnen reports.
The diggers are digging, the tunnelling machines are tunnelling, but as inflation drives the cost of HS2 ever higher, it's reported that the whole project could be shortened once again or delayed. Visiting the factory where some of the trains are to be built, the Prime Minister said delay wasn't being considered.
The government is committed to delivering all the plans that it's announced with rail.
But you're not saying it won't be delayed, and it matters here because they've got the contract coming down the line to build HS2 trains.
Nobody is talking about anything like that, actually. What we are talking about is enormous investment in UK rail.
The option on the table to shorten HS2 involves not building the link between Euston Station in central London and Old Oak Common in West London. This morning, the Chancellor was asked if the government was still building the line all the way to Euston.
Yes, we are, and I don't see any conceivable circumstance in which that would not end up at Euston.
But if there's no delay and no stopping at Old Oak Common, hard to pay for it. The scheme's supporters say there are other ways to make up for rising costs.
What we need to do is make sensible decisions to deal with the inflationary pressures. And the solutions we have are simple. We need to not buy the trains. We're currently planning to buy the trains. We don't buy trains for any other line in the country, and that adds significantly to the overall budget. And we also need to look at the private sector contribution.
HS2's opponents say it's time to let go.
It should be cancelled in its entirety. The business case has collapsed because of the advent of digital technologies. We've always said that people want to travel less as video conferencing, and that kind of technology has become more used.
Scrapping HS2 at this stage would cost an estimated £30 billion, and both the government and Labour are committed to building it. But that could mean the Chancellor has to dig deep himself. Carl Dinnen, ITV News, Westminster.